up guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you have been following me, you know that a couple of months ago, my husband and I got our very first puppy and we are so incredibly in love with her. So long story short, we decided to get a golden retriever.
Hi. I'm so sorry. Hi, sweetie. You're so good.
We named her Larsey.
Are you eating leaves, Larsey?
And as of right now, she's about 6.5 months old. If you are looking to get your very first puppy, or you're just curious in general, in today's video, I decided to tell you exactly how much it actually costs to have a puppy for the first 6 months of their life. Now this is just going to be our personal experience. Of course, this number can vary greatly depending on your location, the breed of the dog that you get, the gender of the dog that you get. There are so many different factors that can go into the cost of having your pet. I actually have a binder full of all of Larsey's stuff, and I have every single vet bill that she's ever had. I also have kept a lot of the receipts of stuff that we have bought for her just because I wanted it for reference for this video, but I didn't keep every single receipt. I will say, when I added all of this up, I was a little surprised to see what the grand total was. So one expense, of course, is the cost of actually getting the dog. Whether you decide to adopt your puppy from a shelter, there's going to be an adoption fee, or whether you decide to get your puppy from a breeder, you are going to be paying for that dog. We decided to get our puppy from a breeder and she was $850. Another expense, of course, is the initial necessities. So this is their bed, their crate, their food, their dog bowls, their leash, their harnesses, their collars, any initial treats or toys that you decide to get for them. Obviously, this number can vary depending on what you choose to get and how many things you choose to get. In our case, I would say it was at least $600. And then of course there's food. You have to feed them, and feeding them isn't always cheap depending on what you choose to feed them. I think we've gone through 4 bags of food so far. We initially started her on 4Health puppy formula just because that is what she had been getting from her breeder, and obviously we wanted to keep it the same. So she went through 2 of the huge bags of that, and then we decided to switch her to Purina Pro Plan, and she's had 2 of those bags now. We just get her the puppy formula and she loves it so much. Another expense is getting them licensed. So I'm not sure, but I think that no matter where you're at in the United States, any state, you have to pay to license your dog every single year. Of course, that's going to vary depending on the state that you're in and also the county or the city that you're in. The cost for us in our county was about $15. And then she also has her AKC registration. So no, this is not a necessity, but it is something that we wanted and something that our breeder includes with the puppy. And I think the cost of that is $27. So then you move into vet bills. So this is where probably a third of the expenses are going to come from. At least in our case, they did. You have your preventative medicines. So this is your heartworm medication and your flea medication. For us, we paid $180.57. So another thing you have is vaccination. Larsey has all of her vaccinations. She's all up to date. It's just everything that she possibly could need at this point. And that was $196. Another thing is getting them spayed or neutered. So we do have a female, so we did get her spayed. She actually just got spayed yesterday.
How you doing, princess? How are you doing? You look so cute.
And with her spay, we also decided to do the pre-op blood work just to make sure that it's safe to do the surgery and there's nothing that's an underlying condition. And we also decided to get her chipped. So the cost of everything, anesthesia, exam, everything included, was $406. And then on top of that, you have all of your exams. So you have your initial exam, your routine exams, follow-up exams. We also had to pay to get her anal glands expressed, which I didn't even know was a thing until we got her. She was sick for about a week and she had to be put on an antibiotic and some antidiarrheals. So we had to pay for that medication. There's just a lot of little miscellaneous things that all adds up. But the total vet bill wise that we have spent on our puppy so far in 6 months is $1,023.48. Now, since having her and buying the initial necessities, we do like to spoil our dog just a little bit. So she's gotten all kinds of good treats and good toys and new harnesses and new leashes. She's going on her 4th harness and her 2nd leash, her 2nd collar. They're growing puppies, so they're going to be growing out of things. You're going to constantly need to be buying new things because the old ones don't fit. It's just like having a baby. So with that being said, the total cost of all of that, I would guess, is probably at least $600. So she definitely is not a cheap date, but she is an expense that is totally worth it. We talked a lot about it before getting her. We wanted to make sure that we were ready mentally, emotionally, financially, everything, and it's been totally fine because we talked about it. And I think it's gone really, really well. So to add everything up, for us to have a puppy for the first 6 months of her life, it cost us $3,260.48. Now that is about $543.41 a month. Of course, this is an estimate on some things. Of course, you don't have to spend as much money as we spent, or if you want to spend even more money, you can. Like I said, every situation, every scenario is going to be different, but just to give you a general idea, it cost us over $3,000 to have our dog for the first 6 months of her life. My little Peanut is behind me. I don't know if you guys can see her. Baby. She has her inflatable collar on. Getting her spayed was such an emotional experience. I already think I'm a pretty emotional person as it is, but watching my baby go through that was so sad. I don't like seeing her in pain. I don't like seeing her not be herself. She was just really drowsy afterwards, and we brought her home yesterday. She didn't really move like at all. We picked her up to move her like every single time. We took her outside to bring her inside. We brought her food to her, we brought her water to her, and it was just heartbreaking to see my little baby not act like my little baby. And she would just like randomly cry or like whimper, and it just broke my heart because I would do anything to take the pain away from her. But the good news is, this morning we woke up and she was so much better. She has been sleeping a little bit, but overall she is almost back to her normal self. She's bouncing back really quickly, so I'm very happy about that. But it's also making it very difficult for us to prevent her from jumping or from running. So it's going to be a very long 7 to 10 days. And if somebody has any tips for keeping your dog calm after they just got fixed, please let me know down in the comment section. I would really greatly appreciate it. So there's the cost, there's the tea. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video and it got some good insight from it. If you did enjoy it, please make sure you let me know by hitting the thumbs up button. Make sure you give this video a like. And if you're not already, make sure that you hit that red subscribe button because I do post a lot of videos related to my puppy. I have a whole playlist called Life with Larsey, and she does have an Instagram where she does post every single day, so feel free to follow her there. And as always, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!